Okay, good morning, friends. My name is Ratan Sami. In short, I'm Madi Amma's husband. I have the rare privilege of introducing our Swamiji, officially Santatmananda, to all of you. As I've said, if you have read about him in the brochure, he started as a chemical engineer. Then he worked at the TCS for a few years. And to make his mom happy, he started studying Sanskrit grammar. And he spent years with Paramarthananda and Advaita Saraswati, and led him to Advaita studies. And he took the vow of sannyasing at a very, very young age. He was so young and also so younger looking that when he visited California, the lady who was told that Swamiji is going to come to her house opened the door, and instead of, after seeing him, she didn't believe that it is the Swamiji who is supposed to come. So instead of offering the appropriate reception, she was looking beyond him and behind him to see whether there's going to be a true looking Swamiji will come. But we know him since 2019, and after at the urgency of Swami Swamiji, he became a traveling teaching monk. He's a very, very dedicated, very ardent teacher, more dedicated than the students like me. He's one of the ways that he's telling you that he is such a teacher that he'll say, Kadari Kadari Sorga. If for those who don't know Kadari Kadari, it's like cajoling, pleading to be a teacher, to give you the knowledge, the only knowledge. Once you know, you don't need any other knowledge. And that's the teacher we have. And from this, the words first. Then the children are going to, yeah.
Okay, come on. Come.
I'm just one of the devotees of Bhagavan, as you people are. There is no other introduction that is required.
I was just waiting to get that opportunity. They're on mic. Go. Somebody, they all have it on the phone. You can.
Karunapurna Sudhate Kavadita Gana Vishwarupa Kiranavalya Arunachala Paramarthananda Aruno Bhavachitta Kanja Suvikasaya Tvai Arunachala Sarvam Bhutva Svitva Pravina Veda Chitram Krityahamitya Madhya Nritya Sibhoste Vadanti Hridayam Nama Ahamiti Kuta Ayati Tvan Vishyanta Pravishayatya Malaya Avagamya Swam Rupam Shamya Yarunachala Tvaya वैनदीवाब्दौ त्यक्त्वा विषयं बाह्यं रुद्धप्राणेन रुद्धमनसान्तस्त्वं ध्यायन् पश्यति योगी ईरितिमरुणाचल त्वयि महीयन्ते त्वय्यर्पितमनसा त्वां पश्यां सर्वं तव कृतिदया सततं भजते अनन्यप्रीत्या सदयत्यरुणाचल त्वयि सुखे मग्नः श्रीमद्रमण महर्षे दर्शनमरुणाचलस्य देवगिरा पञ्चकमार्या गीतौ रत्नं स्विदमौपनिषदं हि
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रीकान्तो मातुलो यस्य जननी सर्वमङ्गलाम् जनकः शङ्करो देवः तं वन्दे कुञ्जराननम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। So what is the purpose of showing this tika to them? Do you want to see the tika and learn? I have to be conscious with that all the time. So I think this one you have it on your internet somewhere. You have a Vartika written for Arunachala Pancharathnam. By one Vasudeva Lakshmana Sharma. So everybody has got that stotra in hand with you? The handout or something? I don't know what.
We don't have it on our phone. What? Yes, it's there in the link.
So I will just take this out. You have your handouts.
Yeah.
Namah Paramarishibhyo, Namah Paramarishibhyah. We'll chant the first verse together. I think, have you shared the whole thing?
Can you pull it up on that screen, Swamiji? That way everybody can follow along.
I will be switching the thing up and down.
I can
that's
post
okay.
it. Do you want me to post it?
No, but they are not in the group. That's why they won't have it.
We can.
You have it, okay. So everybody has it on their phone, Swamiji.
Yeah, we'll do the first verse together. Karuna, whatever is your meter, you go ahead.
Karuna Purna Sudhabde Kavalita Gana Vishwarupa Kiranavalya Arunachala Paramarthananda Aruno Bhava Chitta Kancha Suvikasaya.
Yes, sir. Arunachala Pancharathnam. I wanted to start or teach you Upadesha Saram. That is what I told him. He said last year somebody taught Upadesha Saram. Then I said Saddarshan, Ulladu 40. Even though I know in these 2 days it will be difficult to cover, I thought a few verses of Saddarshan. That also, I think then he immediately came out with this work. Swamiji, why don't you do Arunachala Pancharathnam? I have not come across this work until he proposed it. So I was looking over the web for these slokas. The first sloka was okay. Second is okay, third is okay. And I thought, okay, it's a good work to deal with. Even though I can independently deal with it, I wanted some support to what my thinking is, which was supported by this Arunachala Pancharatna Anuvada Sloka by Lakshmana Sharma. He's also done a good work. They call it as Vartikam or Karikam. So each verse of Bhagavan is commented by one verse, again in a verse form, by Lakshmana Sharma ji. So keeping that Lakshmana Sharma ji as basis, we shall deal with what this Arunachala Pancharathnam is. I am not going into the background details of Tiruvannamalai and Bhagavan. You've been there for a long time, you know much better than me, probably you will carry more stories than me. Pancha means 5. Ratnam, the word is gem. Ratnam. It's a neutral gender word. Ratnam, Ratne, Ratnani, Ratnam, Ratne, Ratnani. And the author has put this in the second case to make Arunachala as a nominative case. This is for my students, okay? The subject matter is Arunachala. The whole subject matter is, I don't want that. I want people can be focused with me, that's enough. And we are not going to get into this work. So you just be conscious of what I speak, that's more than enough. I am a very responsive teacher. Ratna means gems, jewels. Pancharathnam, 5 jewels, 5 gems. On what? On Arunachala. And when this word Arunachala is used, generally people split the compound in different manners they can use this word. Arunam yacha achalam yasya Arunachalam. This is one way of dealing the compound. Arunasya asau achalasya Arunachala. That which is Arunam and Achalam. That is also Arunachala. So here what is Bhagavan wanting to take the word Arunachala as? Aruna, the word means red. Anything that is bright, brilliant. And it is red. Here the word Aruna, the red is not an ordinary red here. When you heat iron, the fire there turns the iron into a kind of red. That is that red here. Hot. That which is hot, the red color that you see there, that is a red called Aruna. Indicating Jnana Agni. In the Shastra, we use the word fire, light. We use it to represent Jnanam. This much of Sanskrit is okay, right? Jnanam, I hope people are aware. Knowledge, jnana means knowledge, wisdom. So you can't expect me to be 100% in English. This Sanskrit is like my tambura in the music. So some here or there I have to use. I will not be satisfied. So Aruna. Then comes another meaning. They say fire of wisdom. This is Aruna. Achala, the word means hill is also called Achala. The hill there is called Achala, which is unmoving. Whatever that is stationary is Achala. Now when you say Arunachala here, what does it mean? Does it mean this Achalam which is unmoving? There's one meaning, that's the meaning. But what does it really represent? Bhagavan's name is Ramana. Ramante Yasmin iti Ramaha. From that same root Ram, the name Ramana is derived. The one who revels in himself is called Ramana. So when you say Ramana is one who revels in his self, he is not going to revel upon a mountain. Achala there means what is unchanging. If you look at this universe, everything is subject to change. Even the hill that you see in front of you is subject to change. Millions of years ago, it was in a different shape, correct? It has undergone a lot of deformation. And now you see the hill in this form. That means there is a change. Over a period of time, there is a change. Everything in this world undergoes a change. What is that which does not undergo a change? If everything is changing, what is that? Huh? There should be somebody who is changeless to note the change, correct? If everything is changing, how do you say it is changing? How do you say?
Observation.
You notice the difference.
There should be some stationary, something there which is changeless. A changeless entity alone can witness all the changes. Now the word Achala is that changeless entity, Atma Brahman. Which is revealed through that Jnana Agni, Aruna. Arunachala. So there is a work, another work, in fact I indicated that work. What reminds you, what takes you inward? When you utter the word Arunachalam, it takes you inward, it reminds you of Atma Brahman. In Tamil there is an expression. To see Chidambaram. To be in Tiruvaru. To die in Kashi, Banaras. Or to even think of Arunachala.
Just thinking of Arunachala.
You be sure. What is sure? Moksha is sure, liberation is sure. It's not that you just think of Arunachala. So why do you need a class, Swamiji? I will think of Arunachala, my moksha is sure. All these are figurative expressions. So you have to explore this Arunachala Pancharathnam here. First there is one Shiva, one in Virupaksha. Good. In Virupaksha cave, when Bhagavan was there, Lord Shiva appeared. And he asked him to do some work every day. Jnani has no sankalpa. There is no sankalpa, no drive to do anything. Jnani always lives in Paraicha. His prarabdha is called Paraicha prarabdha. Paraicha prarabdha. There are three types of prarabdha. Itself is classified as three in the Shastra. Icha, Anicca, Paraicha. Panchadishikara shows it. So, Icha prarabdham is there. Anicca prarabdham is there. Paraicha. Paraicha means I don't have a desire. But you you keep on coming and then you go and nag, the person, correct? And then you get something from them. Paraicha. Jnani has no sankalpa for any work. And therefore, Bhagavan also had no sankalpa. So first, Ramana Panchakam. That is also a Panchakam. And then, one of his devotees asked him, please give a verse. Because they used to go on parikrama. And they used to go on parikrama, you are supposed to go for bhiksha. Bhiksha, there are slokas for bhiksha. Each sect has got, my sect has got Narayana Hari. I am from that Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Sannyasa. So I am supposed to say Narayana Hari. Narayana Hari means the stomach is hungry. The Grihastha should understand, oh, he is asking for this. So they used to go around, Devaram, Tiruvachakam, they used to sing. And therefore devotees asked him. He kept quiet. Second time, kept quiet. And it is said, somebody asked him for Akshara. ஒரு அக்ஷரமாவது சொல்லுங்க. This is a Tamil people's emotional thing. A person doesn't want to say, keep quiet. But ஒரு அக்ஷரமாவது சொல்லுங்க, ஒன்னாவது கொடுங்க. So the word Akshara means alphabet. In Tamil or in Sanskrit also, the word Aksharam, Aksharabhyasa, when you say what do? You put the first alphabet. Aksharam means that Ksharati iti Aksharam. What is not subject to decline? What doesn't get destroyed? What is all the time Nityam is called Aksharam. So this person asked Bhagavan to say something. Bhagavan didn't say anything. Then he again said, Uraksharam, said, give me at least one Akshara. And when he said one Akshara, Bhagavan came out with an Akshara. You are asking me for one Akshara. He didn't talk about one alphabet. The one Akshara which is there in you as Atma. He sang a work, it seems. This I came to know only when I am reading this Arunachala thing with someone and I inquired on this, they told me. தெரியுமா உங்களுக்கு? What is that? One Akshara. Ekam Aksharam Hridi Nirantaram Bhasate Swayam Likyate Khatam. This is not one Akshara, but it talks about that Akshara Vastu. What is that to write? How can I write about it? Khatam Likyate. How do I write about it? What do I write about it? I cannot write about it and I need not write about it because it is all the time what? Swayam Bhasate. It all the time is there in you as yourself, as a very imperishable self. And this is a meter. It's called Venba. Kural Venba na chalva Tamil. That kind of a meter in Sanskrit, we call it as Muktaka. Muktaka means incomplete sentence. It's a meter. Very difficult to do Muktakas. Because you have to communicate the whole thing, but the sentence is not complete. In Tamil you have got such words. I don't know in other regional languages. It is called Devaram, is a Venba, Kural Venba na chalva. Not Devaram. There are some works called Kural Venba. So one devotee took a paper. They were going around the mountain. And he asked, whoever it is, Bhagavan came out with one verse. Then, on his insistence to complete, five verses came out. And in this work or in any work of Bhagavan, he uses a methodology. Which methodology we call as a prakriya. Prakriya is a method. Drishya prakriya. Knower, known. Seer, seen. Drit means seer, knower, seer. Drishyam means what is seen. This is a method of teaching. In that method, you can see. When you ask the question, who am I? I am not the world. The world is seen, correct? I am different from what is seen. Drisya. Even though such prakriyas are not highlighted in this, probably in your learning there, but if you look at the Shastra, this is the prakriya. A unique method of analysis. What is that method? Let's see that method now. Because you got to understand these verses. Before you understand these verses, you need to know what is the method employed here. He uses this method with his own anubhava. He does this inquiry with the experience of death. That was his inquiry. But he is not asking us to do the same thing. He is not asking us to also experience death and then you do. He is asking us to experience something which is closer to death. What is that? Sleep. So every day when you go to sleep, body is a dead body. You get up and you have to do snana, not have bed coffee. That is why they say in our culture, that's the culture. You get up and then you have to take your bath and then you have to do what you need to do. The first thing that you need to do out of bed is take bath. Why? Because body is equivalent to what? A dead body. So Bhagavan uses sleep. The Shastra also uses sleep. Mandukya Upanishad, it talks about it. Sleep means what? That into which all your thoughts resolve. From which all the thoughts stem out. From which dream state comes, then waking state comes. When you say waking state, the whole waking state is in the form of thoughts, correct? You are seeing me now. You seeing me now is a thought. Correct? You've got such a small head. The Sharira, my Sharira is so big. How can my Sharira be carried in your small head? Have you ever thought of it? You see mountains, correct? Huge mountain. Running miles. But you are able to see. How is it possible? You carry the whole thing as a Xerox copy in your mind. That is called a vritti. You carry that, you see that, you are able to visualize it, correct? So any visualization, you hear a sound, thought, it is a thought. Shabda is a thought, Sparsha is a thought, everything is a thought from you. So from where the whole thought stems out. When does all these things, when do you hear a sound? when you come out of sleep. So thoughts come from where? The whole waking avastha. That state comes from sleep. Dream also what? From sleep. It again goes back. All the things goes back. They dissolve into sleep. Bhagavan is asking this question here. Even though it is an experience, sleep, the word is just that point from which the waking and the dream appears and it goes back. So what is that first instance? What's that? From where it comes? What is the source of that? What is the source? Sleep is the source in this example. Similarly, he says, when you wake up, what is the first thought which comes to you? I. You say I am, correct? I is I am. I is a wrong usage. I is not a thought. I is me. I am is a thought. I is Atma, consciousness, Brahman. But I am. From where all the thoughts originate. The first thought that I thought, find out where it arises. Find out where it arises. That is what he said. This is the whole prakriya. It seems somebody went to see Bhagavan from Andhra Pradesh. So I have been, irrespective of this year, even when these talks and all those things was told to me, even before that. Last time when I came to her place, she complimented me a book, Conversations with Bhagavan. So I go sometimes to Himalayas. What will I do? Just read something. So I read that book. Therefore, I know all these anecdotes. So somebody went there from Andhra Pradesh. I'm not able to recollect the names and all those things which are written there, but I do see that. And he went there. He stayed there for a few days, and then he wanted to ask a question. He said, Bhagavan, I have a question. So this question was what? My Guru told me to ask you where I should do tapas. I want to do tapas. So where should I go and do tapas? He was silent. No answer. After a few days, he repeated the question. Probably the second time or third time. I am waiting for your answer, Bhagavan. I asked a question. He said, Bhagavan said, go the way that you came from. எங்கேருந்து வந்தியோ அங்கே திரும்பி போட்டு. We immediately will get hurt. Bhagavan asked me to get out of the ashram. That is a gross mind. Trace your thoughts. Where did that first thought come? Became the second thought. Thought is like a noodle. Became the third thought. First thought only da vandirukku. It's like, when you pull one string of the noodle, you see so many things coming along with it. Have you seen that? This thought also is like a noodle only. First thought, Bhagavan. Then you don't remember Atma. From Bhagavan, you remember somebody else who's associated with Bhagavan. Second thought. And the third thought is my fight with him. Third thought has come. And the fourth thought is, now you are angry upon him, because you remember the fight now. You are still angry on him. Fourth thought. So many thoughts have come now. Bhagavan says, go back, come on. Go back. That is the prakriya. Sleep is also such a state. Nidra vritti. Vritti, it is a vritti, it's also a thought. Shastra says it's a vritti. Nidra means sleep. Sleep thought. Even though we take it for granted, that's also a thought. And therefore, you have to trace and go back. The moment you come to know the source, that is called knowledge. That is called knowledge. Arunam. I gave the meaning of Aruna, correct? What is the meaning? Now, by the time I come back, if you forget Aruna, what will I do? What is Aruna? Red is Aruna, but I gave an implied meaning. Jnanagnihi. Understand? If you are looking at the screen there, you would have lost sight of what I said. Jnanagnihi. That is called knowledge. So you have to trace that source of I. Where I came from, and go back to that source, find the source. All the emotions, all ahankara, mamakaras, go back, find its source. In fact, when you start finding the source of ahankara and mamakara, you will find that there is no source, all that is there is only you. Source is there. Then you will wonder, where did it come from? You will scratch your head. All that is there is only me without an attribute. Where did it come from? Anirvachaniya. Everything is anirvachaniya. It will just dissolve. Trace that idea. That is the jnana. So he himself has said that aham apetakam nija vibhanakam. Mahadidam tapah. Then Ramana Vadi. He himself says that. That is the only tapas. There is no other tapas according to him. Mahat idam tapas. This is the greatest tapas. Vichara is the tapas. There is no other tapas. Shastra also says in Taittiriya Upanishad, there is a samvada, a dialogue between Bhrigu and Varuna. One is the father, another is the son. Bhrihurvaiva Runihi Varunam Pitaram Upasasara Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. There he says Tapasa Brahma Vijijñāsasva Tapo brahmeti. Very beautiful. Tapasa brahma vijijñāsasva. What is tapas? Shankaracharya in his Bhashya, he says, vicharaha eva tapas. There is no other tapas. That is the tapas. So the state where that I does not arise, that is called tapas. Until it arises, it is not tapas. You are only trying to do tapas. When the I does not arise, it means you are in the source of the creation. It is a culmination of all the tapas. Whatever all other tapas you want to do, all your Ekadashi Upavasa is a tapas. After this class, you are going to be in Maunam, tapas. The word tapas means vichara. It has to culminate. Where the ego has to collapse, ego has to become enlightened enough to see that it does not have an existence of its own. That is called collapsing. Ego collapses means don't think that there will be no ego. And if I call you, you will not respond. Correct? You will not respond. Then you become like an inert body. No, that is not what we say here. Ego collapsing, these are all words used. You should understand what it is. Ego arises, the individuality arises. The sense of limitation is the ego here. You think that I am limited. You are not able to accept that limitation. Correct? You want to become more. You are already Brahman. You are already Atma. You are not contented with that sense of limitation. That I am the body, and you say you are not contented. This is how we are all the time. Ego comes. Ego is something dangerous. 3 people in Rishikesh, 3 people are walking. I want to say names Devadatta, Somadatta, Yajnadatta. 3 Dattas were walking. Okay? Sastra, when they give an example, they give these 3 names. Devadatta, Somadatta, Yajnadatta. So I called him, hey Deva! He did not turn back. I called him Deva, correct? Okay, he didn't call, probably he didn't hear. Yajna! Yajnu! Then Somu! Somadatta. I said monkey. All the 3 turned back to see whether did this Swami call me monkey. Hey, I was calling by your name, why you didn't turn back? Now you are turning back and then asking this. Ego. Why? Why you are not monkey, correct? Then why should you turn back? Why should you get ahankara? Ego. That shows I am not contented. I am not contented with this sense of limitation. Limitation is a sense, understand? With the sense of limitation. That is called samsara. Not being at home with yourself. That is called samsara. There is no other samsara. So where there is no abhimana vritti, the vritti, the thought, the abhimana means that identification. That you have to focus upon. The Guru teaches you, he teaches you to destroy this abhimana vritti that is there in you. He has to teach you. That requires a lot of grace. Therefore, Arunachala. Here the word Arunachala refers to your own self, Atma. And when you start Karuna Purna Sudhabde, you should know it is nothing but Arunachala. Arunachala is within you. Arunachala is within you. So when you seek that I thought to the source and when it merges into the source, what comes? You discover compassion, a pool of compassion. Meaning your ego melts, enlightened. Your ego melts. Generally, regional languages are a confusion. Sanskrit has no problem. This work, when I first read this work, Karuna Purna Sudhabde. The word Karuna came. Now, the word Karuna has two meanings. Regional language, no problem now. For any regional language, we resort to Sanskrit to see what is the real thing that is said there. Because in Sanskrit, there is no element of confusion. Every word is Purna. There is no element of, because you can derive a word to get its meaning. Tamil, no problem. Letters are custom. Takara, Dakara, Takara. All the letters they will put. So here the word Karuna came. And I was wondering, what is this word? Karuna has the meaning of compassion. Karunai Kadal, we say that compassion. Karuna also has got the meaning of what? Grace. For the first time, for a Sanskrit work, I will have to take Tamil and see what he has written. I went back to see Tamil verse kadakuma. I am not very well versed in Tamil, as you know, but little bit here. My mother tongue is Tamil, but the Tamil that he has written is like more difficult than any other language to me. It is like ancient Tamil probably. The original work. But I understood. Arul nirainda, he says. Appa, tapajan. Arul means grace. Because Bhagavan says it in Tamil. Somebody has transliterated the whole thing or translated that in Sanskrit. Now, what is the original author's intention on this? I can write the home with both the meanings. So when you say what? The ego melts. And when the ego melts, what is there? Compassion. I have never known the meaning of compassion. But Bhagavan doesn't take it in that sense. A pool of compassion. Compassion means ananda. Ananda and compassion is no different. Even though we use two words. 100 watt, if you keep the speaker, it is ananda. The book of Trinema. And when you are in joy, you see, you should watch your mind when you are in joy. Any mistake, You accept it, correct? Why? That is why these people also know when you are really in joy, they will come and ask you something. Because they know that they will get it. Amplified joy is compassion. That's all. There's nothing there. They are just two, not two emotions. One and the same emotion. So Bhagavan here doesn't take that meaning of compassion, even though that fits in for the word karuna. He says Arul. Arul. Grace. In spirituality, there are two wings, like an aeroplane to take off. You need two wings. One wing is called grace. You can call it the left wing, the right wing, the second wing is your effort. Grace is also required. Effort is also required. You cannot say that God's grace, one day God will give me, and then you sit quietly and you keep doing what He will do. You have to put forth an effort. It's not enough you all the time put forth an effort by yourself. You are not able to progress. You need grace, an extra ounce of grace. We call it as kripa. The first among that kripa is Guru kripa. Ishvara kripa. And the Atma kripa. All the three is required. That's a grace. Here the word grace, very important thing. Without grace, spirituality, you cannot even start. You cannot even enter it. You may do all kinds of putti karma, no grace, nothing will happen. Therefore, grace is very, you have to tap the grace. Don't say, Swamiji, I don't have grace. No, that's also not true. Grace is like the water which is under the earth. The one who taps it will get it. It's flowing, everybody. There's water underneath. If I say, you can put a pipe and then you can have your water. The other person can put another pipe and have water. Grace is there. Bhagavan's grace is equally manifest for everybody. Have you tapped it? First word I use for karuna. Which means bhakti. Through bhakti you can tap. That is where you start. Shastra talks about karma yoga, upasana, all these things are all required to tap the grace of Bhagavan. You have to earn that grace. And if you have to earn the grace, you have to put forth your free will, correct? You have to employ your free will and choose that I want to get into it. Grace will give you a circumstance. It will bring in a situation. A situation to run away from your house. That is grace. Earned punya karma in the last janma. But the grace also will come with some tests. Right at the time when you want to cross your house, your brother will lie on the floor and say, "You cross me and go." My brother did it. Tani go Babu. He said, I had to cancel my ticket. But I put the ticket next day and effort. Understand? Purushartha. It's a beautiful word. We call it as Purushartha. Purushena arthyate iti Purushartha. What is sought after, what is put forth an effort by an individual, that is called Purushartha. You got to put forth that effort. That is in your hands. Not Bhagavan will come and give you. If Bhagavan has to come, he would have come by all, by Nitra Vandapare. 60 years you have been there, correct? And when I say Bhagavan, not Bhagavan, I am saying the Lord Krishna, Rama, Solitude. So here again, two words. That's not what we call as grace. Grace will always be there if you put forth your free will. Free will is also needed. Grace is also needed. When these two wings are there, you take off. Why I am not able to take off? No problem. That is when only one wing you cannot fly. You are just trying to fly, but you are not able to fly because the second wing is what? It's cut or it's not full. It's not there for you to fly up. Grace and compassion. So karuna, the word here means grace. And the word compassion is the feeling of oneness. Avloda compassion. Is only what? The feeling of oneness. That is the ananda, correct? In the Gita we have seen this. Sarva bhutastam Sarva bhutani chatmani, seeing all beings in yourself. The feeling of oneness. So karuna purnam and karuna apurnam. Both the ways we can do this. Sanskrit is versatile. Overflowing compassion. Apurnam, na overflowing compassion. Apuryamana macharah pratishtam. Bhagavan himself says the word apurna. And the more and more and more you remain in yourself, with yourself, this compassion, what does it happen? It becomes an ocean. There is an ocean of compassion. Like a small drop of water, slowly in time it becomes a big puddle, correct? So too he says, Arunachala is an ocean. Though it is an unmoving hill in front of you, he uses the word ocean. Arul niraivana amuda kadale. Abdana சொல்றார். கடல்னா என்ன? Ocean. So that is the meaning. So Arunachala, which is inside you, is the grace. The self itself is the grace. Atma Kripa. That he says, Abdihi, Abdehe means ocean. And I am using these words from the verse. Karuna Purna Sudhabdehe. Abdhi means ocean. Ocean of grace of the Lord. And the moment you are in contact with that ocean of grace, you are saved. You are saved. Initially, as a sadhaka, you call for God to save you. You want God to save you. Very small problem, examination, he'll go to the temple and break a coconut, and then he has to go. Then he writes the exam well. He thinks coconut did the work. One day he forgets. He studied well. And he exactly studied that question. He went to the exam, that question came also, he forgets. We are used to vomiting whatever we memorized, correct? We forget. Yeah. What happens? Now only you remember, oh my God, today I didn't break coconut. So tomorrow he compensates with 2 coconuts. I mean, initially we call Bhagavan for rescuing us. Nothing wrong. You should. That is where everybody starts. Correct. But as you mature, the grace that you say is from inside. The moment you are in touch with yourself, you are saved. The self is selfless. The self is painless, desireless, egoless. It cannot take any punyam and papam into it also. Pava enna pannuvathu? You can happily stay relaxed. Happily stay relaxed. There was a sparrow sitting on the wheel of a chariot. And this sparrow was so happy that it was on top of the wheel, enjoying the ride. One day it has to come down, right? When the wheel came down, it got hit. Then it shouted, "Ayo, Appa, what happened? See what? I'm getting hit. Nobody is sympathizing on me. Nobody is empathizing with me, sympathizing with me, no compassion." All these things the sparrow said. Again it comes back to the top. Enjoys. Comes down, problem. This is how it was living its life. We are also living like that only, correct? Vacation. After vacation, go to office. Somebody told me here, Swamiji, in America, they will find every reason to find a vacation. So this is how we are. Then the sparrow was complaining every day. The Guru said, there was a Guru sparrow. The sparrow was a Guru there. It went to that Guru. Guru said, "A fool, why are you sitting on the wheel?" "Oh, then where should I sit?" "Glide down to the axle. Enjoy your ride. You will not get hit, correct? That axle is yourself. That is what he says. So the moment you come in touch with yourself, you are saved. So Purna Karuna, that is called Purna. Purna Karuna means full of grace. Or the compound can be Karuna, compassion, which is born of Purna, born of fullness. Sanskrit, I told you, Karuna, Purna is there. When you make it as a compound called Satchitat Purusha, Purnasya Karuna, full of grace. That will be the meaning. Or if you make it as Karmadaraya, that Karuna, the compassion, which is born of Purna. Both meanings you can give. That's why Sanskrit is so beautiful. It's a beautiful language. So many philosophies are also born because of it only, because of this versatility in every language. Purnatvam means fullness, completeness. Arul Niraivana, that is the Purnatvam. Arul Niraivana Amudat Kadal. Niraivana Arul means what? The grace which is complete. The grace which is complete. Which is fullness jnana. And then he says, what has to come? What has to come from you? The grace here, he says, grace is important. Hey Arunachala, you came to me and you molded me and you finally ripped off all my clothes. I came here now. Meaning what? I have turned a saint. Where did it come from? That is knowledge. The knowledge that I have got is also because of that grace, Shastra Kripa. Vedanta Shravan. Not apna, nothing comes. You understand? Apna, nothing comes. Suppose I used to say this, don't get offended. Just take it in a very lighter manner, okay? Suppose I think that I am an idiot. This is what normally this is what we think about ourselves, correct? You look so beautiful. You will ask, really? Then only after that you will think, you look na inartham. You seem to be beautiful. That means I am not beautiful, correct? You ask, do you really say that? Do you really mean that? Means what? That means you are not sure about yourself. In every aspect I am like this about me. This is what I conclude about myself. Any problem comes in our Syriana, we say that to ourselves, correct? Or we say, and even if you don't say, your partner will make sure that he says it. Well, I think that I am a fool. This is my conclusion, Vishwamaya. And then I go. I close my eyes and ask. What is that I should ask? Like I went to Thiruvannamalai when I was very small. Okay, I was also like romanticized. Romantic Vedanta, romantic spirituality I had. Initially, you have all kinds of romanticism you have got with regard to spirituality. Many people, and I come from that kind of a region called Rishikesh. You have everything. All varieties of spiritual people you can see there. ஒரே ஒரு யோகா என்னென்ன பேர் சொல்லி விக்கிறான் அடே அப்பா, you can see all types of yoga there. One fellow says Bikram yoga, Kundalini yoga. All I know is Ashtanga yoga, Iyengar yoga. Understood that this comes from Iyengar. There is a prop, therefore he is using some. This fellow gives his names, Bikram yoga. And when you go and take a list around Rishikesh, how many yoga schools are there, types of yogas, you will be mind-boggling. Each one writes a book, your library will not be enough, I tell you. So many, every ashram has got one types of yoga. And they name it. This Bikram yoga fellow, I wanted to go and see what this fellow says. He puts you onto this chair with some heat body put on. Body gets heated. And then he is teaching you some Kriya and all those things, and he calls himself Bikram yoga. He gives a certification course to become a teacher. Like that, everybody has got these romantic ideas, correct? All these ideas come usually from the West only. From the West to the East. This one flows from West to East. I also had. The idea that I had is if you leave your house and go, some guru will come. Or somewhere you will get some jnanam and you will get mukti. So I also went. And another idea also was there. Don't carry money. This is another idea. So I did not carry 6 rupees, 3 rupees to go to Tiruvannamalai. And then 3 rupees or 3 rupees 50 paisa. I don't remember exactly what is the amount and all. But something I carried exactly the bus fare. So 6 rupees. So when I started from Chennai, I carried 6 rupees for both onward journey and return journey. After reaching Tiruvannamalai, my vairagyam increased. I threw the 3 rupees in the kolam there, in the pond also. Because vairagyam has increased now. This is called the smashana vairagya. Not real vairagya. Smashana. Okay, just put it in. I thought I will be okay. Finally, Ram Surat Kumar Swami, he saved me. But anyway, so I went around and there was one person sitting on top of the mountain at that time. I don't know whether you have heard about it. He was sitting there. I want to see him. So you know what is my spiritual goal now? Moksha goal has got reduced now to see that person. That is the goal. So I have to climb the mountain. 2 o'clock. Afternoon 2 o'clock. Tiruvannamalai 2 o'clock, hot sun, and I am climbing up. Half the way I got boils in my legs, and more than that I could not climb. Somehow I struggled and I went there. On the way I saw so many ashrams, so many people sitting there with kamandalos and all those things. I don't know whether you've gone up. So there is a route to go up. Then you first start there, and up to that it will be nice. After that you have to go Kacha route. And this man, this Swami who is sitting there, is throwing a stone at me, telling me not to come. Gone. They came down. I ended up in Aditi ashram. There's an ashram. There's a Swami. In Aditi ashram, he gave me a room. I first stayed in Ramana ashram only, I think, for 2-3 days. They gave me a dormitory. In those days there were only dormitory. 2 dormitories were there. 1 dormitory I stayed. Only 3 nights they allow. After that you have to get out. So I went to this Aditi ashram next day. already with all the boils in my leg. Correct? And so I have to get up in the morning, it's an ashram. For the first time I'm coming to an ashram. I'm very young. I went to sleep 8 o'clock, I got up. 7:30 or 8 o'clock. When I got up in the morning, it is 7. Everybody is looking at me. I've done a great crime now. I woke up late. In America, there is a norm. But I woke up late. And I saw everybody sitting in one corner there. And all of them have closed their eyes, asking some question inside. They're doing something, some kind of sadhana they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. First day he warned me. That Swami, he gave me pongal breakfast, and then he warned me. You have to get up in the morning, you are in the ashram has got a discipline. He called and told me. Okay, Swami, I will do. But I didn't do it one day. The second day also I went to sleep. So what do I do? Because I was tired. Second day morning also I got up, it was late. They decided to push me out. But then I asked this person who was my next, roommate, my friend. He was laughing at me because I'm getting up late. So I asked him, what do you do in the morning? Getting up early. Because I'm new, right? I've got spiritual romanticism now. I'm new. What do you do in the morning? Getting up early, what do you do? You should sit there and ask the question, who am I? He said. He was so seriously, he said this to me. I didn't say anything. I didn't understand what he said at that time because I don't know what he means by that. But I had some kind of, I'm from Kumbakonam. Tamilians will understand. So I asked him immediately back, did you get an answer? How many years are you sitting like this? Did you get an answer? It will not come. You simply sitting there asking a question, who am I? Suppose I say, I think I am an idiot. What answer will come to me? Who am I? I am an idiot. Who am I? There should be some knowledge first. Shravanam. You ought to be loaded with some knowledge. That knowledge is reconfirmed in the question that you ask, in the contemplation that you do. That reconfirmation is needed. Bhagavan has already finished. In the Gita, Bhagavan, Krishna is asking, Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna, suppose I die, you are telling me so many things, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Upasana, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana, and I start doing now, already I am in the middle of the battlefield. I start doing now. Let us assume, thank God this war got over in 18 days. Let us assume because there are wars which goes for 18 years, it will go, 2 years, it's still not stopped. Like that, if it is going on and on and on. And I start my spiritual sadhana, karma yoga, whatever you say. And I die. What will happen to me? Should I start again from the first? It's like asking, I study up to 6th standard, I have not completed my school. And then I die. Next Janma, will I start again from 7th standard or will go back to LKG? Arjuna asked this to Bhagavan, not Krishna. Krishna said, don't worry, Appa, you will continue there. Where you left, you will continue there. That is called prodigy. Those who continue, they are all prodigies. Prodigy means their height is somewhere. Bhagavan's height is like that. First verse is like an eagle, he has glided up. Udunju pocha? Okay. Don't worry, I will finish the verses. First verse is, he has glided up like an eagle. But then there are words and indicators which show a lot of things. Even though that Purnatvam is what we are asking for. That is what we are looking for, and that is what is going to be accomplished. How is it accomplished? Not apna. It requires knowledge. Because you see, Yattad adreshyam agrahyam agotram avarnam ashabdam masparsham, I will say this is easy. Ashabdam masparsham arupam marasam agandam. What is without any what you call indication is Atma. Without an indication is Atma, correct? What is without an indication with this Atma? How are you going to recognize that? I will ask a simple question. Every day we are sleeping. Are you sleeping or not? How many years have you been sleeping? Not only in the night, afternoon also sometimes you sleep, and sometimes in the class also. I know it's okay. You've been sleeping. How many of you know, in sleep I am, it is me? Until you have been told. Huh? Apna aa gaya. Are you able to understand? Apna means not by itself. Knowledge doesn't dawn by itself. Knowledge requires a means of knowledge. That has to be supplied. And he himself is going to show that. I will tell you where he indicates that. And when you do that, then the grace is there. With that grace of Atma Kripa, what does it do? It takes you to Maunam. Turyantaram, it takes you. It puts you in Maunam, calmness, quietude, where there is nothing to be accomplished. We become silent. Where there is nothing to be accomplished, it takes you there. It is from that Maunam, everything stems. Everything stems only from that. What is that Maunam? Not speaking. This is not what he is indicating here as Maunam. Another thing, it is not a discipline. When you become satisfied, when you have understood yourself, everything drops automatically. Like when you are very tired, you just go to the bed and you lie down. You are knocked off, correct? Not a discipline of Maunam. People go to Maunam and then they will be in WhatsApp. And at that time, you see his chesta will become more. He will show all the things by action. And there are some advanced people. This is all okay, start beginners. Then a little bit of Maunam practice for 5 years, 10 years has been doing. He has got another problem. What is that problem? He's got this chesta problem. Now he doesn't do chesta also. He puts a board. I am in Maunam. All cases are there in Rishikesh. So I am in Maunam. Postpone. You know what is the fault there? I'm not criticizing anything. You have not dropped that even though you are doing a sadhana, you have not dropped the person who is doing that sadhana. That ahankara is still there. Earlier the ahankara was what? In a different form. Now the ahankara says, I am the practicer of maunam. I am a great tapasvi. That is the mood. That is not what we call as maunam. These are all sadhanas that is at the initial level. What Bhagavan is talking is like he is raised already above to the eagles. Is on the sky they are flying. You cannot talk like a bacha from this floor here. What we say here as maunam is fullness. That shanta vritti, shanti. Therefore he says, you pulled me out of my home, showed me your home. Which home is my home now? Shanti. That is where the mind is at peace with yourself. Until then the mind was wandering. Why does the mind wander? Even though it is made to wander, the mind wanders because the mind cannot accept the sense of limitation. Atma is limitless, correct? Limitless Atma is construed as limited. You don't accept the fact. You know my height is not this. It is like the high jumper. He is able to cross 4 feet now. In an Olympic game, if he goes only 3 feet and the rod falls, will he be happy? He will say, no, I can do 4 feet, I am going to do. Second time, third time, fourth time, until he crosses that, he is not happy. Like that, this mind is not happy. It's not contented, it doesn't settle. It will wander. Until you completely come in. There should be enlightenment. And that mind has to rest. When will it rest? When will that shanti take place? Bhagavan says, Shastra also says, just do not bring things which block it. You don't have to do anything. In Maunam, what do you try to do here? What are you trying to do in Maunam? Shumma Kada. That's what. What are you trying to do? Come on, tell me. Are you attempting anything? If you are attempting anything, the attempter is the problem there. The attempter is in fact what? Not given up yet. So what are you trying to do in Maunam? Huh? You just remove the cover. That is called the discovery. Correct? Remove those obstacles. What obstructs the Shanti? What obstructs you being yourself? What is that which obstructs? My identification with the world. That is the third verse. My identification with the world. Disidentify with everything else. Disidentify even with that I thought. Identify with yourself. Meaning just be. Just be. In that being, there is no sufferer. There is nothing to be accomplished. There is no sadhana, there is no sadhaka, there is nothing to be accomplished. The sadhyam either. Triputi results. That is called Purnam. Understand? That is called Purnam, fullness. That fullness he first says, hey Arunachala, you gave it to me through your grace. And what is the Arunachala? Even though he sees that as a mountain, the Arunachala, which is one with himself, it is his self. Because Bhagavan alone dwells in the hearts of every being, correct? Ishvara Sarvabhutanam. Therefore, allow that mind to resolve into its source naturally. You have to allow the mind to resolve into its source naturally. Unnatural is your thought. Natural is yourself. You don't have to do anything to be yourself. The problem is not in Atma Jnana. Bhagavan is himself showing that. Problem is not in Jnanam. Is there a problem with Atma? No. Where is the problem? The problem is with your mind. Mind is the problem. Mind is the solution. Meaning your identification. Mind in the form of thoughts identify with several things, correct? Those identifications are your problem. So where is your identification? Is it centered on the body or the senses or the world, external world? My identification has to be upon myself. Therefore, learn to inquire into that self. Identify with that self. Know that self as you. The moment you know this, only one time, it is like this, the man-eater. You know the man-eater, what does it do? I am from that Uttarakhand. I know what it does. If a tiger or a leopard comes out at 4 o'clock or between 4 to 6, it's a man-eater. If it comes in night at 8, it's not a man-eater. You can happily sit out because it's only looking for some dog. But one time the man-eater tastes the blood of the tiger, normal tiger, it was only going for a leopard, it was only going for a dog. Accidentally it hit a human being. Human beings' blood is so sweet. Because we eat a lot of potatoes, it is so sweet, it licks the blood. It's an easy catch. This is an easy catch. Where can he run? He is already like a couch potato. Other animals at least can go into the forest. Forest, you go into the forest, if you keep your leg inside, the leeches will come under your leg. You have been to a real forest, you will know. Keep your leg down, Bhagavan has created leeches. And these fellows have to put salt. Leeches leave. So, forest is designed beautifully. Where can you run? That's an easy catch. It caught hold of a human being. It licked the blood once. And that's it. No more it is going, even if a dog comes near, it's not going to catch it. Because it has already tasted what? It has already tasted Amrita. Why should it go to Vesha? Human blood is Amrita. Tomorrow again what? Human blood. Day after tomorrow what? Human blood. This Atma is also like that. It's also always like that. But this Atma, which is like that, it's got its it's a magnetic force which attracts you inside all the time. It wants you to come inside. It wants you to come inside. That is why you are not happy being outside. Even though it is like a magnet wanting to pull you inward, What do you do with your indriyas? Paranchikani vedranat swayambhuhu velila poi. Now tell me, what is that which makes a difference? Just turn inward. And to turn to that inward, to come inward, you need something which is very, very huge to stop you from the ways of thinking and to make you turn inward, where you hit the maximum, like a sunrise, a beautiful sky early in the morning. You go to a beach and you watch. Arunachala, the mountain is also like that. The moment he saw the mountain, he says, it has pulled me inside. It has pulled me inside. That is what he is saying in the first verse. You will see the meaning of the verses in the next class tomorrow. Om Purnamata Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. I left 14 minutes extra because you took the classes for 14 minutes here.
Thank you, Swamiji. A couple of quick announcements. In last year's retreat, somebody left this book. So if it is yours, please claim it. And also, we found 2 rings. So if this belongs to you, please come and claim it. It's 12:15, so we'll have 15 minutes of meditation and then lunch will be served. Thank you.